Summer dream, summer dream. Hey guys, welcome back to our podcast for Chuang Asia Thailand or Chuang 2024 God, season 5.
Four? Wait,
Rocket Girls,
five. Yeah, five.
boy,
Yeah,
Bon Bon, boy,
yeah, five.
summer dream, so 5. Yeah, we're back, and honestly, thank you, Tencent, WeTV, for just giving us all the performances this one time. We just work our way through it, and then we move on to eliminations, and we move on to the position challenge. Very efficient, very efficient. Aneesa, any thoughts? Oh, your blush is really pretty, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thanks. But yeah, I love the performances were great. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna be good because Mnet gives us the raw, unfiltered stages. Like they actually have to sing live. This stage,
Mm-hmm.
they don't really have to sing like live.
They
So
sure don't. I
yeah.
was like, I don't know if this girl's singing, but whatever she's doing, I bought it.
Yeah.
It was honestly, I was living for the fantasy.
Yep.
That was great because
What are
I was
your
there.
thoughts?
Those are my thoughts. They were not singing, and I bought the fantasy.
Yep.
It's great. I also, it was interesting how whoever told, either someone told me or someone just speculated that they were going to sing in Korean, Japanese, Chinese, and English. They were right. I didn't expect that. And also, where were these Korean and Japanese songs coming from? Because they had only two recognizable songs, the 10 song, and then they had 7 rings. My lips are glossing, or whatever that song was, the Ariana Grande song.
I mean, they also had Chinese song Hard, which is their most
Oh,
recent comeback.
that's why I don't know it.
Yeah, that song, I like that song, but on that Shiny album, people were saying that a different song should have been the title track. I forgot which one it was. I believe it was that comeback, the most
You
recent one.
see, Shiny does it for me when they're in this like interesting space.
Mhm.
It, that hard song sounded not for me. I like,
Also,
yes.
you're wearing a Twice shirt. They performed a Twice song too.
Was that the da, 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 that song?
I don't remember. I'll
When
have
they
to
looked like
re.
Twice, all the girls looked
Yes,
like
when they look
Twice.
like Twice Cheer Up, I think that was a Twice song. It
What was
was
that,
a
a B
rant.
track?
It was not just a B track, but from a Japanese album.
Bruh.
So, I mean, the song is good. I like that Twice song, but it was a weird choice. And it's a weird choice because I think that was the group that like had all F rank, like the leftover girls pretty much. So no one chose that song. They were forced into that song, and it's a Twice song. It's like in the history of produce shows, that has never happened that a Twice song doesn't have someone willingly going there.
Because it wasn't popular and no one knows
Exactly.
that song. I don't know who that song is. Look, you and I both went to that Twice concert. At least the B track I wanted, people know that B track.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, good for them.
Yep.
Should we start with the top 9? Your top 9?
Yeah.
I love it to the moon and you make it times 2. Zigga zigga, zigga zigga. I don't know what they're saying at that part.
Here is my top nine.
That's pretty consistent.
So, yeah, I don't think I changed anything, and it's just because everyone performed really well. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't want to change anything, at
Mm-hmm.
least until eliminations. So number one, I still have Akina. If she makes it to the finale, she's just going to be my one pick until the end. That's just
Mm-hmm.
it. And I say that every time. Number two, Yean, she just when they were doing the center like
Yeah.
choices and her being there, I was like, whoa, like this chick might be a star. Even before that, the demo stage, I was like, oh, she's really good. And then the stage, which we'll get into later, I was like, she has to debut.
Yep.
Three, Ruan, she's great. We already know that. Four, Wonka. I don't think I ever actually put Wonka in my top nine, but I do like her and I talked about her a lot. But after the stage, I'm like, oh, I love her. And I really like her personality too.
Mhm.
She's just an honest person and a hardworking
Yeah.
person. And then she's pretty. Five, Tegan. She's been here since day one. Six, Rinka. I was thinking about cutting Rinka out. It's not that I don't like her, it's just that there were like so many amazing
Talented.
performers this episode. So yeah. So
You
that's why I'm
can't
just
deny
like,
her vocal tone.
Yeah, yeah, but that's partially why I'm like, okay, I'm probably gonna have to wait till eliminations to really change who I'm voting for.
Hmm.
Number seven, I have TN, and unfortunately, there are 69 girls on this show. One of them dropped out. TN is rank 69 right now, so I'm like, I'm literally the only person voting for her right now.
I know I could see why you like her. She has that thing, and she was rapping. I was like, why is she giving me a little XG, a little Hikaru, a little something
Oh,
something?
yes. Absolutely. Those are her exact vibes. And I'm just like, if they showed her demo stage on episode one, I guarantee her ranking would be higher because she's really good. And I'm just like, luckily they show all the performances in one episode instead of like
Hmm.
putting her second. So if people see
Pay
what I
attention.
see,
Yeah,
then she might be able to jump up, but I don't really see her being able to jump up, so she might get eliminated, unfortunately.
yeah.
Eight, Kaylin, I was a little bit worried about her because I watched her Summer Dream fan cam, and I was like, oh,
She a little
Kaylin
stiff.
and Tegan, they both of them, I was like, they're not dancing as well as I thought they would be, so I was kind of scared for the stage, but they both chose songs that
That would
fit
fit.
them very well.
Yeah. You knew they couldn't dance. They said, "Can nobody do it like you?" They were very, very thoughtful. They said, "We'll bring our ukuleles. We will
Well,
sing really good, and they won't
I
worry about the
didn't
dance."
think Kaylin could dance, but Tegan, I think I said before, she has
Oh,
dance videos on her Instagram page. So
yeah.
I don't know why she like didn't look good doing Summer Dreams. So
Because
I'm
it's
just
not our
like,
style. Like, if
yeah,
you have a style, then you do well in that style, but then
but I feel like the
translating it.
stage that she did is the same vibe as Summer Dream. So I'm like, why did you look good on this stage, but the
Oh,
Summer Dream fan cam, it's not good. So I'm like, what
I
is
have a
this?
thought.
Yeah.
Remember when the judges on Boys Planet was like, "Oh, so you were doing this song for how many months, and then you
Hmm.
can't do the Signal song because you didn't practice it for all those times." It
Yeah.
feels like she has to drill it.
Yeah.
So but I think she did good on her stage. I think,
Yeah.
you know how they throw that Signal song, like, you got 3 days, work it out.
True, true. And then, yeah, probably because they drilled it so much now and have performed now.
Yep,
If she
yep.
were to record it
It'd
again,
been better.
yeah, it would be better. But
Again, the ones that were able to excel are the ones that had the experience before. Like Ruan was a perfect example of, I've been doing this and then I didn't make it all the way in the first time I did it. So I'm going to go
mhm.
back to my studio. I'm going to drill these dances. And Ruan's been dancing her butt off since Girls Planet. Like, her, for example, because other girls did well too. Her, Wonka, like, all the girls and all the Thai girls that have just dance experience, like, they know what they're doing.
Yep.
And the vocalist suffered hardly, but I mean, hard, the hard part, but that's kind of how it is. But
Yeah. But
Elyn.
yeah, eight, Kaylin.
Hmm.
I think I was saying that I didn't think Kaylin could dance at
Hmm.
all,
Hmm.
but like in the behind the scenes, she was like, "Oh, this is the Summer Dreams isn't my type of song, but Kickback is her type of song," is what
Yeah,
she was saying.
I
So that's
remember
why she
that.
performed really well. And
Hmm.
then nine is Elyn. She performed about as well as I thought she would because she's not experienced. So yeah, but she's cute and
Hmm.
she looked less scared on stage compared to the demo stage, which makes sense. Like the more you do it,
The
the
better you
more you
get.
get used. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
She
So
has a
that's
good
my
girl group visual.
yeah, exactly. She's very cute.
Hmm.
So for now, this is my top nine, and it will probably stay that way until 2 weeks from now once we see the elimination. Yeah, and yeah, so we'll see how that is.
I like it. So, my top nine, Ruan, because Ruan, I kept my promise. I said if she ever shows up in another survival show, I will vote for her. She will be my one pick. I don't lie.
Mhm.
Wonka, because again, she is just excelling. Rinka, because she has grown so much. She's still
Mhm.
a little stiff dance wise, but she is blending, and in a group, being a blendable like member is very important. Um, and her vocal tone is so good. I didn't wouldn't expect her to have a little bit of that husk in there.
Mhm.
She's not like deep, but it's just, for a Asian pop star vocalist, that's very unique. Like, it's very nice to have that vocal color in the group, because you have all these high pitched voices, and then hers is a little bit, has a little rasp, has a little husk. It's very nice to the ears. And it was so nice to hear her at the end of each pre-chorus. Like, it was like, oh, like a good note to end before going into the real chorus. So that was really
Mhm.
nice. Ming Ming, okay, girl. I don't know if I should get into you now or get into you with your stage, but you own that stage.
She
I don't know
did.
why Pelu was the MVP. What did she do? I don't. She Pelu was the nice like assisting secondary member. I don't know why they voted her as the MVP
I don't think
because
she was the MVP. I think it was Ming Ming.
I have the picture. Hold on, because when I saw it, I was mad for a reason. I was mad for a reason.
I thought
Um.
Ming Ming, or maybe Ming Ming was. Oh no, MVP for that stage was Xuaning. It was the
Oh, okay.
yeah. There was a, I believe she's Chinese. There was a Chinese girl who, when they were picking songs, they were like, "Oh, this one was made for you," and she was like, everyone was looking at me once they played like a snippet of it. Like she's the one who
Sure.
got MVP.
Okay, great. But I don't know who she is. I
Yeah, why are you hating on Pelu for no
because
reason?
I saw her in the stage and I have my problems. That's I
I
got
guess we'll get
biased.
to that. We'll get to that.
I'm biased, but anyway, no. Ming Ming should have been MVP because she hit those notes or recorded those notes and then lip synced over those notes, and she was sold a fantasy. I feel like I'm probably gonna talk more about it, but her being in the center during that killing part with all the girls,
Yeah.
that was so strong.
Yeah. Ming Ming
Anyway,
was is like a contender for my top nine. The only thing that was holding me back is the fact that I think she's in Mindy, a already established girl group. So I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that.
this will
But
help. You know what? It's every man for themselves, and this would elevate
true.
her. She's
True. At
good.
least her individual career will
Yeah,
be getting more boost. She'll get
yeah.
more jobs and stuff.
She could do China, Japan, whatever she. I'm sorry, it is what it is. If you're outperforming, you're outperforming. It just is what it is.
True that.
Guanhee, because when they took all the other CSR girls and she was on her own, she shined to me.
Really, I have a different opinion of
Vocally,
the
she
member who shined the most.
her and then another girl from CSR shine, but I liked what she gave to that stage she was in.
Mm,
They needed someone that knew what they were doing vocally, and I'm not going to take that from her. I don't think none of the CSR girls are going to survive. I'll be honest,
mm,
but I'm going to give flowers when they're deserved.
mm-hmm,
Now, Dee Dee, she just sung her face off.
mm-hmm.
That's just how she sung her face off. I'm not going to take away flowers from someone that sings really well. Jessica, I just had her here because her face is very playful, but she's actually good.
Yeah.
She's actually good. I don't know if she'll survive, but I was like, oh, I was just voting for you because your face is nice, but you're actually competent and you know what you're doing. And I love the energy she brought to the stage. I felt she was having fun. I
If I
don't think
remember
Mama can
correctly,
sing, but I don't care. She was great.
I don't remember what about her stage, but I just remember thinking that I thought she would have a certain type of concept, so she was a little bit different than what I remember. Maybe when
Yeah.
we get to her stage, I'll remember.
She stood out. She just
Hmm.
stood out to me. On because
Oh,
she
she's
fits
so
my
good.
visual. Yeah. Yeah. And Monsu,
I'm Sue.
I like the fact she's able to transform a bit.
She did. She
They
did. It
gave her
was
the
good.
long hair and
Yeah.
she was yeah. I was like, okay, okay.
Hmm.
She seems like she's also having fun. So like when you have someone that's an actual artist doing these idol shows and they're not taking themselves too seriously and they're able to have fun, it's very charming.
Yeah. Yep.
I like her. So yeah, but to be fair, I like a lot of the contestants. Now it always happens when I see them do the like the cover stages. When they do cover stages, I start liking. I'm like, oh, okay, this one and this one and this one. Like as you can see, like they're what two new faces.
Hmm.
So yeah. But shout out to Ming Ming, man. She did her dang thing. She did the dang thing,
She
man.
did. I feel like with these shows now, now that they're popping up more frequently,
Yep.
the producers are getting better at picking the right people to come. So we get like a variety of personalities and performances and just like, I mean, talents and different things like that. So it's just, I feel like the produce series is just getting more interesting as time is going on. I felt like
Yes.
the first series I watched, I think was Produce 48.
Oh,
And
sorry.
I Huh?
Hmm?
Oh, I thought you said 1 second, but
No, no, no. I said, oh, sorry, because like the ice in my cup just like.
oh no, you good.
So
But
go
yeah, I
ahead.
feel like I think the first series that I watched was Produce 48. And when I was watching it, I kind of felt like there were a lot of overlapping girls. I'm just like, what's your purpose here? A lot of you have no purpose but to be eliminated until the finale, pretty much. But now, like with the recent series, Produce 101 Japan and this show, I'm like, a lot of these girls are really good. A lot of them.
We know why there are overlapping girls in Produce 48. It was very much so. If you do, if you leave the show before we want you to leave the show, we have this girl to replace you. And there is
True,
this.
they already were creating their
I
thing.
feel like they had a multiverse like map. They had the like original timeline of who they wanted, and they're like, if this happens, and this happened, and if this
Yeah.
happens, and this happened, and
Hmm.
that was some twisted Marvel MCU type Loki type ish. That was on some other level. That was some
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, this is my top nine. This is my top nine, and I will shut up because if I
Nice.
keep talking about it, I just be the Ming Ming show. Okay, play with me.
I literally just finished too. Um, yeah. Okay. So the first team that performed is the Play With Me, and I guess the song is by a trio named Goy Natty Dream or something like that. And the members were Elyn, Caith, Seoyeon, Wang Chi, Panda, Acare, and Yean. And the MVP of that stage was Yean. And I think she was also the center of the
Yeah,
stage.
because she
Yeah.
sung everything.
Yeah, the performance was kind of giving twice.
Yeah,
How the other members have like lines here and there, but
yeah.
it's pretty much Jihyo
Nayan.
and Nayeon singing
Yeah,
the whole
sing.
song,
Yep.
which is fine. I love their voices, so
Elyn, I feel like should have been on Produce Japan.
she would have been cute there.
I mean, she's in the right place, but I just feel I see her and I'm like, leap high, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Like she's the cute contestant. Seoyeon from CSR or it's CSR, right? I see not CRS.
CSR, yeah.
Yes, CSR. I see why she's in CSR. This feels like very her bag, but 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 I also see why she's in CSR because her when you're playing a video game and you're not talking to the character and they have idle expressions and idle faces, her idle faces and idle expressions aren't a lot. Like all the other girls are giving like hey woo and she's just looking very pure, very innocent, a little lost.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that works for CSR's concept because it's fresh, it's pure. You can look a little lost because that shows your innocence. It shows I'm looking, I'm searching, I'm trying to find me. This song feels very definite of I am whatever. I am cute. I am you want to play with me kind of thing. Vocally, great. Technically, great. But I'm noticing she like the je ne sais quoi that would elevate her being uh cognizant of your facial expressions because you don't know when the camera is going to hit you.
Hmm.
She can take a note from girls like Sakura from Eyes on Now, the Seraphim. Her main thing, which was what she excelled at in the show, was she's like, I may not have this and this, but I'm an entertainer. I know how to like be mindful of finding the camera, finding my light, finding the moment because you just never know when the camera hits you. And that's something that you can only learn when you're in a group of how many thousand girls. And it ran same difference. She was like, I'm going to make sure my facial expressions are always good when I'm practicing the song. So that's why
Hmm.
when the camera's on, it's just going to come naturally because I've already done it. It's part of my choreography now.
I
You can
think
go
it's
ahead.
not only that with Soyeon,
Mhm.
it's not just that, oh, you never know when the camera's gonna hit you.
Yep.
Her weakness is that when the camera is on her, she doesn't hold the attention from the beginning of her section to the end.
She
Like
loses a fire.
Yeah, and like she already has like a that passive face, so you have to at
Yes.
least hold that, you know?
Yes,
Like
yes.
right when your line is over, well, so right when her line ended, she immediately was like looking down and away, and it kind of like distracts, like, oh, you're like
I
passively
noticed she
performing,
was
you know?
also like marking her steps a little bit. She's
Yeah,
like,
she
"Did you look at
was.
that?" Because she was like, "Okay, I'm here. Okay, I'm here. I'm here." And
Exactly.
I'm like, "Okay," and it hurts because I feel like they're still rookies,
Hmm.
right? So they're still, new to a little bit. And it just kind of sucks a little bit because I feel like they're not fully seasoned, and some of these girls aren't seasoned either, so it's fine. But they're at a standard because they're already a debuted K-pop group.
I think some of the things that she was lacking in the stage,
Hmm.
it's probably hard for the mentors to fix because you don't see those things until they're in front of the audience, you know what I mean?
Yes,
Like
yes.
people who lose their confidence or get overly nervous and now she's like looking down and she's marking too hard. Sometimes you don't see that until they after they perform and then it's like it's too late to help her. I don't know.
But I just won't take away from the fact that technically, in her technical skills, she's good. She can sing. She was good. I just
I don't
feel,
even know if I
oop,
would say she's good. I would just say she's okay. Like I maybe she is good, maybe you're right, but I feel like at least
Elyn was vocally not as strong as her.
I think that like the overall stage, Soyeon just looked really weak compared to everyone else. Like Elyn lacked the talent, but I think
She
like
had stage
for being an
presence.
idol, yeah, her presence was really good.
Right.
So it made it feel like
Overshadowed.
Soyeon just didn't bring anything, even if
But
her vocals were good.
that's the thing. Dance and vocal, she was good, but she lacked. That's the same thing we said about them last episode, where it's just the
Yep.
confidence and is this honestly confidence and
Hmm.
stage presence that they're lacking? Because I'm not going to take away that she was vocally talented. She never missed a note and she never missed a dance move. I also don't know, was she present here? Like, was she
Yeah.
present here? Like, I don't know if she's like, okay, I'm here and this is my moment to do my thing. Because I feel like the other girls were awake,
Yeah. Yeah.
but vocally she was there and she wasn't out of step, but I did see her like marking where she was. And I mean, we've all marked where we were, but we always kind of make it a thing. We're like, wow, like, okay, I'm in here.
Hmm.
But maybe, I don't know, maybe this isn't her kind of song. Who knows?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
All the other members were great though. Like
Yeah.
Caith, I like Caith's face. Like she has really big eyes and it's like
Hmm.
I mean, it's a lot, but it's good to look at. It's interesting to look at. And then
And in a group of
Panda,
nine, like,
oh yeah, yep.
yeah.
And then Panda, I think, had the pink hair, and
Yeah,
she did the rap part. It was really
really
good. It was
good. It
so
really
good. It
helped.
was so
It
good.
elevated the performance.
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I just felt like overall they looked like a good group,
Group.
and it was a
Yes.
good opening for the first
Yes.
stage of the show and
Yep.
the beginning of the episode. It was a really good stage, and
It
the
was like a
song was
good appetizer
entertaining.
to a dinner.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, exactly,
Yep.
exactly. Mm.
Do you wanna play with? Do you wanna play with me?
Yeah, and the song, like hearing them sing the song made me look up the original. In general, that was happening a lot when I was watching the show. I was like, oh, I really like these songs, so I'm going to go stream them. But the
Yep.
song was really good.
It was cute.
It was cute. Yeah.
It felt very twice.
A little
How they
bit.
presented it.
Yeah, yeah. The
Yeah, like
presentation, yeah.
more so, I should say, very K-pop third gen.
Yeah, yeah.
Very that like, okay, Twice is out. Okay, y'all girls got to get it together because this is y'all debut song kind of vibe.
It was
Like,
kind of giving Bestie like a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't know
hmm,
if they would sing this song, but
right.
the styling, the vibes a little bit.
It's giving weekly rejected debut song. Like, if they did not go with hashtag, then this is like part like B, like plan B.
Their debut song was Tag Me.
Oh, tag me. Sorry. Like, not what. Where did I get hashtag from? Hashtag is
Because in
confusing.
their song that people actually know, they say hashtag something, I think.
Oh, oops. But like, it's giving weekly we went with this, but this was an option.
Yeah, yeah,
Or like this is a B track on that little mini album. It's
yeah,
giving weekly.
yeah.
God bless. Hope they're doing all right.
The next stage, the second stage is Pieces of Love by Twice, and the members were Kittie, who's the center, Ray, Zhang Shangyi, Jessica, An, Yuan Ke, Lu Yuting, and the MVP was Yuan Ke. And this is the group where it's kind of leftover girls, but kind of not. They're all F class, and it's yeah,
Why
they
was Jessica
chose.
having her Mariah moment? She was Did you notice she was hitting all those complicated? I realized why. I was like, I don't know if she can sing. She can sing. This song is really high. I was noticing as the song continuously progressive, the like was getting higher and higher. Her voice just kept getting thinner and thinner to hit
I know,
those notes.
yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, wait, she's actually really good. It's just the song is out of a little out of her comfort range vocally. And I
Hmm.
was just like, wait, like Jessica's singing a lot of this song.
She is.
And also she was giving a like woman to me. Like
Yeah.
she and uh,
You know what she was giving to me? You know, like those TV shows like not Riverdale, but like the high school shows when it's
mm-hmm.
high schoolers, but
Yes.
they hire
A
like
30-year
in
old,
their
a
20s and
25-year-old.
yes, to play. That's what she looks like. Her
Great.
styling looks good. I don't mean this in a bad way. She
No,
looks
we I know what you're saying. Great. Great. She was great. Her and Kittie were singing this song.
Oh, I loved Kittie's voice in this song.
Her and
She was
Kittie
really
were
good.
they were handling this. It was giving me visually a little bit Promise Nine when they first debuted kind of vibes, especially old girl in the red hat that was missing this part. She was missing it. It wasn't connecting for her.
That girl, she oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say something kind of bad, but you can tell that this group had like the F
No
class
chemistry.
trainees because they made a lot of mistakes and like you're
Oh,
saying the dancing, like the details weren't there, and I'm like, it's
here's
okay.
the deal. Excluding Kittie and Jessica because they were here.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
came to
yeah, yeah,
play. I'm not
yeah.
going to look. I'm not. If you're doing what you need to do, I'm not going to dump you with the rest of them.
Yeah.
But old girl was not. She the heart click, and I'm like, also
Mhm.
you look like your hands are in Spain. You're in Montego Bay. Like you, there's not a connection here. I don't. They're
But
like,
she's the one who got MVP, but I think it's
but
because
because she's a cute girl,
and her Heywan stare was like powerful. Did
powerful.
you notice?
Because she hands Ibiza,
Yeah.
mind uh, Bahamas. She was just not here. Pieces of love, not here. Just somewhere else. You know what? She deserves a debut.
Yes. In your top nine, top imaginary top 11 now.
At the top 12.
So one thing that kind of irritated me about the stage, well, not the
Yeah.
stage, and it's not the girl's fault, is
Yep.
I because I'm not a musical person, I don't know how to explain it. So maybe someone else could explain it better, or you
Right.
can. But the way that they mixed this song in particular, I don't like it because, and I think it did the girls a slight disservice
Disservice. Mm-hmm.
because the original Twice song sounds more like
Full.
inspirational and like it's like more energy. And
Yeah.
this version of it, it's like calmer, sweeter. You know what I mean? Like if you listen to the original song
Are they
by
lacking
Twice,
instruments?
yeah, maybe they cut instruments or changed the instruments, but the Twice song sounds like an inspirational song and it's a little bit more upbeat. This one is like
Well,
sweet and
half
more
these girls don't
calm
know what
and
they're singing.
yeah.
No, I'm not to be mean, but not. I mean, if no one's telling you this is what the song means, you're
Mhm.
just like, "What's the lyric? Love, great. All right.
Yeah.
Did it sound good? Play it again. We're not doing this over again. It sounds great to me. All right. It's
Mhm.
giving Beyonce 1990s. I'm not recording this another time. I'm not going to record these back vocals another time. This is what the song's going to be.
Oh,
We're
was she
moving
like
on,
that for real?
allegedly.
Oh,
I'm just, I don't know. People say what they want to say, but
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, that was, I, this is not a Beyonce podcast, but I personally feel she got humble as time went on.
Mm-hmm.
When you just knew
Mm-hmm.
you were that girl and then you realize,
Yeah.
oh, there are other that girls in the industry then you got to start getting humble because
Yeah.
they're, but in the Destiny Child days, it was what Ruthless is, but
Yeah.
que sera, sera.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think the MVP should be split between Kittie and Jessica because they carried this group. Miss K1, I'm damn, that's my girl now. I'm going to be
I
talking about
just
her for the rest of the podcast,
K1? Yeah.
Miss
Yes.
Hearts, not
I
connecting.
think that the way that Yuan was staring, I can see why everyone voted for her. Like they remember her because you can't forget that. Like
She was not here. She was not here. She sung the lines.
yep.
They also, can we talk about the line, the step stomp. What reminded me of? We covered Wadada and we drilled that step stomp line.
Yeah.
They didn't drill that.
Yeah, they had to
Some girls'
drill.
legs were up, down, all over the place. Again, some people were in Egypt
Yeah.
and some people were in Berlin, Germany. They were just in totally different spaces. The only people that, again, I feel like Kittie and Jessica's had a connection. It
Mm-hmm.
was very you and I, K-Con, head nod. We're doing this move because they were strong and it turned, helped everyone else, I feel, keep it together.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone was kind of all in different places.
Yeah.
But again, was I entertained? The
Yes.
answer is yes.
Absolutely. Absolutely yes.
Yes, I was entertained. So I cannot complain because I'll remember this stage.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be doing the live cast for the finale, and I'm going to be over here.
Now I need her in the finale. We'll see what happens. We'll see.
Pieces of love. I don't want the real version. I just want what they were giving me. Who cares?
Mm. So between these two teams, the
Yeah,
winning team was Play With Me. So I mean,
obviously.
obviously, yeah. So
It is what it is. Shout out to Jessica, Kittie, and Miss Hearts.
yes. I liked both stages though. They were entertaining in their own ways. So
Look, don't ask me because if you entertain me thoroughly, I'm gonna pick you.
that's who
I
you
don't
vote
care
for.
if you were bad
I
or not.
mean, that's how Boombaya won.
One,
So
because I'm gonna be real. The great stage, I don't remember what was going on,
mhm.
but I can tell you the stomp step was not in sync. Miss Girl was staring to Pluto. Jessica was trying to sing a song that was not in her range. Here she is flipping her hair and doing the most to an inspirational Twice song.
Yep.
She was like, I should have been in that Korean song that were the Spicy Girls. I'm wasting my talent. Kittie's like, I know, girl, they swinging it pieces of love. Man, this is a stage that'll stay with me. This is
Yep.
Chuang Asia version of Take Me to the Sky. You know I like
Yep.
your boy.
And Boys Planet, the
Ninja boy. Oh
yes.
no. And also no.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Oh goodness, I'm gonna have fun with this show. But honestly, though, both groups were great, and the group that won deserved to win. But just because you won doesn't mean you fully entertained me.
I think they were entertaining though. Both
They were great because they had sustainable members.
mm-hmm.
But it's the unsustainable members that come up with some great things.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
The next team is Hard by Shiny, and the members were Emma, who was the center, Yui, Ruan, Natty, Geumhee, P.amp, and Jaoying. And the MVP was also Emma.
You go first.
I have a lot to say about the stage. I'll just try to say everything one by one, and you can jump
Take
in
your
anytime.
time.
First of all, I don't like their outfits because it was giving Spirit Halloween. I don't like it.
It was giving Christmas.
Yeah, the color scheme was Christmas. The fox ears, it was Spirit Halloween. I was like, the outfits on their own were like cute, but I felt like
Didn't
compared to
match.
the other groups,
Yes.
it just looked cheap. And then also I felt like it didn't match the concept. Luckily, they did change the choreo for the song and to make it match more.
It was giving me you my love for new groups. It was giving me April Snowman. The ooh ooh oh snowman. You know what? Why was
Mm-mm.
that song? They should have done that. That song is cheap.
I don't think they'll put a song with bullies.
Oh. Then they can punch somebody with it. Ooh, 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 ooh.
I also didn't like the this I feel like the person who opened the song, personally, I didn't like her voice. I felt like the center and that part of the song was like really pretty too, and it's a good part for who's like labeled the center. I like Emma as the
The
center. I
vibes.
think she fit it. So she
Yeah.
should have, and I like her voice. So I think she should have opened the song.
I think they picked the girl to open it because of her vibes, not because she fit the part, but she was like, I'm a strong girl.
To
So
open the
she,
song?
it was based on vibes, I feel.
Yeah, they kind
Not
of
that it
were.
fit, not that it fit her vocally, but
Yeah.
her vibe. If you took, okay, take her voice out, keep the visuals on, and then put a girl that can fit the vocal to dub her, and
Yeah.
then think of it.
Yeah, it would work. You're right. Yeah.
That's what it's just the visual and how they saw it. They're like, oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's like you fit that part.
Mm-hmm.
And in their mind, they're like, if we don't let her try, then she's gonna have regrets, Like,
Yeah. And we also don't see a lot of the behind the scenes, so it
no,
seems like once they choose center, they stick with
just
it.
kind of
I
stick
don't
with
think
it.
they ever change it.
Changed it. If
Yeah.
this was Girls Planet, they'd be like, we
They'll
need
be
to
like,
run
yep,
that.
the mentions be like, why is she center?
run,
I think you would fit, like, and it would be a whole
run that
drama.
thing. Shout, Shy Ben come in there. No more conversations.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the shoutingification of Ruan because it's giving shouting.
I like
And
Rand's voice.
no, I wasn't going to say anything bad. I think she
Oh,
just learned what works.
yes. Yes. Yes.
That's what I think. I'm not even being silly. I'm being dead honest. Like, I feel like she had 2 years to sit in Kiss Entertainment's basement and be like, who excelled and why didn't I excel? And what do I take from these women and infuse into my game?
People who study the programs and figure out what they need to do to win, they got it figured out. Like, and that's how I felt when Zhang Hao said that he watched the produce shows,
Oh, it
but
showed.
it didn't click to me that he really knew what he was doing until he chose Tomboy and he chose the rap part. And usually
Yeah.
the foreigners would run away
Foreigner.
from those parts,
Yep.
but he specifically said, Yuchi, I think, does the rap part. She's Chinese. She
I'm
raps. I'm
Chinese.
Chinese. I can do it too. The
And
fact
he
that he was so,
secured
yes,
the
from that moment,
Korean
I was
and
like,
Chinese vote.
exactly. From that
But
moment, I was like, you
he's been in
secured
the
those votes.
Yehua's basement thinking
Hmm.
for years.
Exactly.
How am I gonna do this?
Yep.
And here Rand had to feel defeat to be like, I'm in this Kiss basement, dancing with girls that are not popular,
Yep.
dancing with girls that they don't have a fan base. I'm elevating them. How do I get myself out of this situation?
Yep.
Let me watch my season over.
Hmm.
Shouting ain't sing not once until she really had to.
Hmm.
Shouting gave vibes. Let me go to this vocal coach. Let me go do this.
You know what I think also benefited her? Behind the behind the scenes.
The behind the
Because
scenesification.
especially when they're choosing for the center, we the
Yes.
viewers don't choose center. The girls do.
Yeah.
The girls do. So the facials that she gave, I mean, I think they straight up said, "Oh, we chose our center of the program because we felt like her face and her vibes fit the
Fit that.
song."
Yes.
Yeah, she's
And
smart.
also, if you notice, she sung her part and they zoomed to all the Korean speakers for them to acknowledge that she killed her part.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
She sung it and then they hit Wonka and then a few other Korean singers and they were like,
Wow.
I was like,
Wow.
if you notice these little moments,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, okay, all right.
Yep. Yeah.
I love it. I'm not saying she's a shouting copy by no means. I just feel she studied how she won.
Oh yeah, I get what you mean. Like that's what you have to do. Like And I feel like that's also partially why I think her name was Sakura, pseudo Sakura in Produce
Hmm.
101 Japan. That's partially, I mean, this is her first time on a show like this. That's kind
Yes,
of why she was eliminated. She didn't understand what was elevating her and the type of fan base that
she was
was supporting
creating.
her.
Yes,
Yeah. So she did a different concept and then she fumbled that concept. So that's why she dropped.
she should have stayed
Bad.
flipping.
Yeah. Well, no,
I
she
told
wasn't the
her.
flipper. She was the Gyaru girl.
Oh, where
And
happened to
then
Miss Flip?
I think she just didn't have enough votes. She doesn't have enough
We'll
fans.
see her next season.
Yeah. But yeah, I was I don't think that Ruan was expecting this concept when she chose hard because
No,
she chose hard and she was like, I want to do a different concept than what you guys have seen me do. And I
yeah.
also thought hard would they would make it more girl crush, but like it's like they made it girl crush, but they couldn't commit to it, so they like made it not that too.
It was giving CLC transitional era,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
which
So
isn't good because
y-
that's what
yeah.
Kepler's doing right now. But
Yeah.
damn, the curse follows on. Um, also Guanghe or Guamhe, the other
Robbie,
girl
yeah.
from CSR. I told you she kind of ate in this one.
Yeah, now that I went back to rewatch it, I can
Yeah,
see now. I appreciate her more than the first watch through.
she
I
ate
like her voice
more
too.
than her other sister in the other group. Even though I won't take away her talent, but I feel like this one, like remember, once you split them up, you start seeing who rises and who, I feel
Ooh.
like she stepped up.
Yep.
Like she's gonna bring something back to CSR that's gonna be something elevated. I don't know what it is. It's something about a survival show that either elevates you or cripples you.
Hmm.
Not that I want these all the girls to go through survival shows, but I'm just saying they got a that taste of it once. It's like, oh my gosh, okay, I know
I think
what I
it's just the
expected of me.
pressure. Like you're either gonna rise to the occasion
Yep,
or the pressure's gonna get to you and then you start to fall
crumble.
behind. And I
But I
think
also,
that's
oh sorry, go
why
ahead.
I was just gonna say that I think that's also why a lot of the girls try to be super supportive of each other so that they
Yeah,
don't, feel like they're
crumble.
falling behind.
What I was going to add was it's very instant feedback. Like someone if they like you or not.
Hmm.
I feel like there's no delay. You just kind of know because everyone's talking about it immediately. So you have to fix your flaws on the spot, kind of.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know, hard like a criminal, hard like a villain.
So the next stage is Seven Rings by Ariana Grande. The center, Wonka, and the other members are Vita, Liliana Lee, Lissa, Ray, Tien, and the MVP was also Wonka.
I could already see what these girls are doing after the show. It was great. It just felt very XG. It felt a little Blackpink vibes. It felt
Hmm.
like I just know what these girls are going to be doing. Like this
Hmm.
stage just
Yeah.
felt good.
It was like there was no weak member.
Holes. There was no holes in the
There
group.
was no holes, and also like the energy what kept going. Like when you think it's gonna fall off, like okay, we're about to get a weak member, like this next person comes and slays their part. And then when you think the vocals are getting a little bit stagnant, then Liliana comes in and then she takes it to another level. And then I feel like it just keeps rising and gets better and better and better. Like they don't fall
Yeah.
off at all.
Liliana's going to be on The Voice after this is over. I just
Yeah.
see her doing something else. I don't know who's rocking with her because I don't see her in those top votes, but that doesn't mean she's not great. She's
Yeah.
great. And Wonko putting her in the center was so smart.
Yeah, it was
So
good
smart.
idea. Good idea.
And then Lissa and TN need to get snatched up. They are a package to me. They give me XG so
Oh,
much.
TN was straight up Harvey in XG. The way that she was
P-
singing,
mm.
sing rapping her lines, that's how Harvey sings in XG. That's what
I
she
don't think
sounds
it was
like.
forced either. I think they just share
Yeah.
the same tone. But
Yeah.
I love Lisa's voice and her looks such a model to me. I feel like some company, I don't care, China, Japan, somebody needs to
Hmm.
take these girls and make something happen and blend them with their other trainees, because I feel like this group is darn near ready for debut. Like
Yeah,
they're
seriously.
good. They're good.
Seriously, yeah.
I don't there's nothing I can pinpoint. It's
Like, I mean, the song is already a good song. It's a popular song.
They made
And
it
then
better
on
with
top
the
of
dance
that,
break.
yes, exactly,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Mm-hmm. And
Like
I don't like this song. Like the original. The original. I just kind of feel like
maybe you
Ariana.
needed a girl group to sing it and
Maybe,
turn it
maybe I
into
needed
this.
dance. Maybe I needed
Yeah,
them to share
dance.
parts. I feel this way when they had the show Pussycat Dolls presents Girlicious, when the finale,
Mhm.
they shared that Pussycat Dolls song How Many Times, How Many Lies. In the original, Nicole's the only one singing it, but then they gave it to these five girls and they shared lines. And I was like, this makes the song so much better. It makes me feel like it's from the viewpoint of five different women, and it
Mm,
just gave it more energy. But
yeah,
seeing, for example, like you said, when it was Wonka, then she turned around and Liliana, then Liliana turned around and it's Wonka. It's just sharing lines, and
yeah,
it gives something a little bit of another spirit that wasn't originally there.
exactly.
I liked it.
Yeah, the stage was like
Good.
perfect. I think
Yeah.
they would win number one. Like even against Kickback, I think this stage would win number one for
Yeah,
me.
strong.
Yeah, it
Strong.
was a good stage. Um, between those two teams, obviously Seven Rings is the winner. And it's unfortunate that Hard was up against Seven Rings because I
Yeah.
genuinely think anyone up against Seven Rings would have lost to them. So
This wrong, different pairing. Different pairing. They should have paired Seven Rings to the 10 song.
yeah, to Kickback, yeah. That's
Because
the only way to make it
then it's
fair.
fair.
But
Because the same
also
vibe.
they chose the pairings randomly, which is actually the fairest way to do it, but or match vibes too.
They have
I don't
nice
think that
vibes.
they don't match vibes. They just match in the level of talent. I think that Booty Bomb might be a closer vibe to this one.
I
Maybe.
suppose. God
Maybe.
bless the pieces of love. Girls didn't have to go up against them because God bless.
Oh yeah, that would I mean, you never know. It could have been another Boombayah situation.
No, it
It
wouldn't. Just
wouldn't, yeah,
go
because this
swing
stage
her
was
hair.
actually good, yeah.
I mean, those two sisters were doing everything they could to make this song work. And I was like,
Yeah.
I see you. It's
I
not
think the
happening
best
then.
part about this stage is that nothing felt forced. Everything just looked so like it was pleasant to watch. Everything was
It
natural.
was, yes, natural is the best word to put it, because I was like, it felt authentic.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So this group, I Like You, by PTRP Studio. And it's the Thai song. I think they pronounce it like Cho Ter Ah or
If
something.
it,
Chow
if
Ter
it,
Ah. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
The members, first of all, Zoe was the center, and the
Mm-hmm.
members are TK, Tegan, Preemmy, Wang Yibing, um, Wanyan Jai, and Jasmine. And the MVP was Jasmine. Yeah.
TK would debut and produce 101 China season one.
Yep. Or is
Oh,
it Youth
what
with
that
You, I think?
youth with you, either
Yes.
season, any season,
They would love
eat
her.
her up. She would debut immediately. She would
Yes.
be number four, number five consistently.
Yes.
Don't even have to say anything else about it. TK would debut instantly. You and
The
I
way
know
you
what we're
said that,
talking
yes,
about.
I was just gonna say the way you said that is like, oh, if you know, you know.
If you
Funny.
know, you know. She wouldn't even have to worry about it. She'll be a consistent four or five.
Yep, absolutely.
And then one week she'll go to number six, and her fans will not have any of that.
Oh, it would be the before the finale. They'll see her
Yes,
drop and they'll be like,
six or
absolutely
seven,
not.
absolutely not.
Yes.
They'll be like, no, we
Yes.
need her in this lineup. If this was a full Chinese like Chuang, she wouldn't have to worry about anything. She would be number one, not number one. She'd be
Hmm.
number four or five. But in the
Hmm.
finale, she would probably rank number three.
Yep. Yep.
That's all I gotta say.
Yes.
Now on to Tegan. She ate.
Oh, Tegan was so, I'm so glad that she did so well this stage. Like she was really making me nervous. Like there's no way that I'm hyping up your performing skills and you're not going to serve. Her voice was so good too. Like it's so different.
It a Zoe, is that right? How you pronounce it? Zoe?
It's like Zoe.
Zoe.
Yeah.
First off, such a talent.
Yeah.
I just feel like she's fighting an uphill battle in the
Yeah.
votes. I feel like if she was on another program, not that I don't like seeing her here because I think it's very important for all skin tones, all faces, all shades of anything to be on anything. You know what I mean? Because
Hmm.
she is Asian, she's Southeast Asian, she's Asian. Like this is an Asian show, so she should be here. Her votes are low, but it's kind of a reverse Lana from Chuang 2020, where Lana had, well, we know why she moved as fast as she did, as far as she did, because privilege. But she made it to the concept challenge. That's a long ways from the first round.
Hmm.
And Zoe gives me her vibes, except a little bit different, obviously. But it's a shame because she's talented and she's really solid. So hopefully there's some kind of produce international something we can see her face again.
Hmm.
And who was the other one? Just no, Jasmine. Right.
Hmm.
Honestly, was looking at TK and Tegan. I'm gonna be
Me
real.
too. Yeah. I mean, the other members were cute, but like it's just that every time Tegan was there, is not just that when she was on the camera, it's like even when she finishes her
On the
line,
side,
the
yeah.
thought of her, she's still lingering in my mind. So it's like I even forget about other people. That's
She
how much
sung
I loved her.
facial expression,
Yes.
winked, gave eye contact,
Hmm.
moved to her side, did not forget she's on camera, stayed
Yes,
locked in. But that's from years of experience.
exactly.
Even her ukulele, she still has to look like she's enjoying herself.
Exactly.
So all that, I'm going to call it training. All of that training carried through, and then
Yeah.
TK being TK and her, produce 101 China self.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Innocent Planet Pass.
I partially think I partially think that's why TK might have been a little bit disappointed with not being MVP and also losing to the other team. She probably expected more, you know what I mean?
Different voters.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
If she flew her behind to the that's wrong season, just wrong season.
Yeah.
Because if
I
she
mean,
was
but
on,
hopefully she will at least survive eliminations. I mean, TK and TN were a duo and
yeah,
they cut off their demo stage. And I just feel like I don't know if
yeah,
either of them will make it, but we'll see. It will see. Probably after this, more people might recognize TK
yeah,
because she was great on stage too.
she was great. I'm not gonna say why she would debut, but she would instantly have fans.
Let's see what happens in the show.
What,
Things
what
could
we
get
talk
interesting.
about this, and then they eventually like,
Yes.
oh, we see her.
Yes. Yes.
uh, if you
In
know,
general, I like this song.
yeah,
It was
but
giving like twice. It sounded like
it
Cheer Up in the beginning. I thought
it looked like Cheer Up.
it looked like it. It sounded like it in in the intro at least. It was good.
It's just giving me if what like a bestie. That's the vibe. No, but I liked it. I
Hmm.
liked it a lot.
Hmm.
So next one is Booty Bomb.
Yeah, Booty Bomb.
Booty Bomb Bomb.
The next group is Booty Bomb by I think this is For Eve's song. I think that's the group. Yeah, For Eve. And the members are Coco, who was the center, Yeham, Eileen, Jasper, Cha-Cha, and then the twins Mao Shuling and Mao Shuting. And the MVP of the song is Eileen.
Obviously, she ate.
Oh,
She is at a
yes.
K-pop standard to me.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
She was hitting all those notes,
Yep.
and it was great because all the other girls were basically rapping and she was singing, and that made her stand out.
She also like just her facial expressions were good. She did a little bit of a rap though. I think she did
But
both in this song.
she did, but it stood out the vocal to me.
Yeah. Yep.
To me.
Yep.
And Jay Jasper, there she go rapping.
Yeah, she's gonna get that part. So
Yep, there she go.
she has an
I called
audience
it.
and it's not me. So
There she go. I don't have anything against her. I just know that she was gonna do what she was gonna do.
Between the two twins, one of them has blonde hair, one of them, I think the other twin has
Oh,
blue hair.
love the blonde.
The blonde hair, her voice at that part was so,
Mm,
so good.
she stood out.
It's because I don't know this song and I can't speak or sing in Thai, obviously, but
Neither
that
can I.
part, when she came in, I was like, that was beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. That's all I have to say. That's it.
There was a
Eileen,
they got
Miss
a good song
Blondie.
too.
They were. It's not my taste. Like
Oh,
I wouldn't
yeah.
check in and be like, "I'm a booty bomb bomb." Like
Yeah.
that's just not what I would be about.
I think that this group chose good members too because they got like the people who were singing, like their voices were just pleasant. For
Oh,
a song like this, you need that, or else it's
yeah.
just like
Too
too,
much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Booty bomb bomb.
Yes, yes. Yep.
Yep. Who's MVP?
Yeah, so the MVP was Eileen, even though Coco
Yeah. Oh,
was the
you saw that
center.
already, and I was like, yeah,
That's
obviously.
fine. Yeah, we can move.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
really like Coco on this show. She was great too, but maybe like I just feel like sometimes watching it live versus watching
Watching
through
it in
the
person.
camera, yeah,
Yeah.
it's different. So I can see why Coco might be the MVP being
Too.
live or being
Yeah.
chosen as center from that moment when they chose it. But then when you actually watch the full stage, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, someone like Eileen, like performing in front of an
Gets it.
audience, it's she gets it. Yeah, it's just a lot.
She
It's a lot.
has that je ne sais quoi. You don't know what it is. She
Exactly.
just has it. And
Yep.
they'll figure it out. Next round, they'll know what it is.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yep. Besides that, I think it was a solid team. Like, there's just nothing to say. Like, I mean, we can't say much about their vocals too, because none of it's really live. It's
But we'll
pre-recorded.
get to
So
that. The best group that utilized that hasn't performed yet.
yeah.
And
And the
I loved it.
between the two teams, a Booty
Yeah.
Bomb won, which we know. So
Yeah, it was surprising because honest, but to be fair, when I first watched Seven Rings, I'm like, oh, Wonka and Friends.
yeah.
It was just the styling, the pink, the everything, her in the middle. I was like, yeah, it's that
That's partially why I think it was smart to choose Wonka Center for that song.
for
Yeah.
that song.
But like for I Like You, being against Booty Bomb is just rough, especially if
Energy.
I don't want to say Girl Crush, oh, it's so easy to get people to like it because people think Girl Crush is like a easy thing and like anyone can pull it off. No, it's just as hard as pulling off any other concept. Like
Right.
no matter what the concept is, you need a base level of singing talent, dancing talent, the stage presence, the persona. Like you still need all of those skills. You know what I mean?
It's just about owning it and having fun.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
Mhm. I'll let you speak first.
Yeah. First, or this next team, Time Travel, which is the OST of Love Destiny. Um, the members are Ming Ming, who is the center, Pangjan, Nin Ning, Xuaning, Pei Lu, Pimmy, and Ping Ping, and the MVP was Xuaning. And these types of stages, you know that I always love them, but Ming Ming in particular was amazing. Exactly. She was amazing. And her spin, I know in the behind the scenes, she was like, oh, I'm so not confident about the spin. And I was like, oh, it can't be that bad, but she killed it. But I can also see why she was like, I have no choice but to kill this. I have to, because I didn't know she was doing the spin alone. Like, I didn't know it was her solo moment. I thought everyone was doing it. But when I saw, oh, this is like one of her solo moments, I see why she's like, oh, the pressure like is high. I have to kill this no matter what. And it was gorgeous. I mean, I'm not a professional in Chinese traditional dance, but even Chuaning, who is, she was saying like, oh, I think your spin is fine though.
Ming
So good.
Ming.
Yes, so good.
Man, I didn't even know she was doing anything until this song. She made me. I
Yes.
watched this stage. I was like, what is this? Is so captivating. I don't know why I like it. It's so
Yes.
good. Man, I
Mm,
already have a top pick. Now, I just let's let things settle.
yeah. If
But man,
Ming is good. She's really
she's
good. I see why
really
she's a
good.
top contender for center of the show.
Man, I tell you, she's great.
Yeah.
And I don't care if she's in another group. She's a standout, and other girls need to pick up because she's bringing it.
Yeah, seriously, seriously.
It's not even about her visuals. It's not even about her whatever. She's just understands what showmanship top level. Vocals
Mm-hmm.
good. Dance good. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
have nothing else to say. No one stood out to me besides her. And I don't know what everyone else saw. I'm sure they saw what they needed to see,
Yeah.
but my eyes were just on her.
I will say that Chuaning, who was the MVP, she did stand out just because she had center for what I believe was basically the chorus of the song, and
Sure.
she visually did fit that concept the best. But and also I think the way that MVP works is that you everyone just votes for whoever they think they did good. So I believe that everyone in the room agreed that Schwanning did good, and that's why there's like she's the MVP. But yeah,
Sure.
she was great. She was great. I think that she was a good balance because I don't know how to explain it, like just those girls who just fit the concept of the group, and then because of that they can balance the group, you know.
Shout out to her. I'm sure she did great.
Yeah.
My eyes are just on one person. This
Yeah.
stage made me feel like I was watching a movie.
Yeah.
It felt like one of those, sorry, hit the mic, but those scenes where you're just zoomed in, like taken to another place.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Another great stage. Also, there's a girl when they all did their like that Ming Ming's in the middle, it's the bridge. There's a girl
Mm-hmm.
on the left that understood the assignment. I don't know her name, but she gave facials forever. I was like, this girl gets it. I mean, they all got it. I mean, as
Yeah.
a group, they understood. But in
Yep.
terms of who was that standout, Ming Ming,
Yeah.
I guess she knew what she was doing.
Yeah, this was a good choice. It wasn't her first choice. I believe
Sometimes you just need to be where you need to be.
she was so smart because her first choice was a different song, but so the way that they chose the center is if you are A rank, you're automatically center for that song as long as there's no other A rank. But if there's another A rank, then you guys have to compete for it. But only as
Mhm.
long as there's an A rank in the group, they're the only ones who can get center. So Ming Ming wanted some other song. I don't remember which song, but one of the like tougher songs. I think she wanted Booty Bomb, but she was
No,
like,
it wouldn't
there's
fit.
already either Booty Bomb or like Kick It or something. I don't know. But she was like, I don't want to compete for center. So she went to a song that no one was choosing. And she was like, that guarantees a center spot for her. And I'm like, she is another one who's smart. But
Smart.
she's in Mindy, who was made from a survival show, apparently. So
So
she
she already
has,
had a taste.
yeah, exactly.
So she's smart. And
I
this
need to
song
make
was,
double check if she's in Mindy because I hope I'm not getting that wrong.
but
I
she's
think she is
smart,
though.
and she would have been wasted in those other groups. Honestly,
Mhm.
her spirit, how she approached this, like her thought process was very, she was here. Like, you know what I said? She's present.
Yeah.
Not like Miss Hearts around the world, not
Yes.
present. She was here. Her
Yes.
mind, body, and soul was in the stage. So
Yep.
kudos to her. I
Just a
mean,
really good stage. Really
great
good.
performer. Great performer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. So this stage, One More Last Time by Henry Young. The members are Duna. Duna was the center and the MVP.
As she
Um,
should.
yep. The other members were Didi, Xing, Rinka, Devi, Grace, and Rose. And I have to say that you earlier, I think you mentioned that Rinka, her voice at the end of those parts, so good. Like after listening to it again, I'm like, whoa. And I feel like her voice doesn't match her face, so it was just like
Nope.
partially unexpected. So I was like, oh, like she's pleasant to listen to. It's a nice voice.
I
Yeah.
just wish she had body awareness.
Yeah, yeah,
Cause I feel like everyone's giving and she's just like, I'm, you know, when you show up to school, you read the syllabus and you're like, all right, I'm just gonna hit what is expected of me for this paper. That's her,
yeah, yeah,
dance wise.
yeah,
And I wish she just go the extra mile and just feel it. Maybe she's self-conscious, but I want her to feel it. Like have fun. Like give me a little like there are certain parts she did, and then certain parts she just kind of like, I'm not gonna say phone it in, because this is still a big improvement from Girls Planet by miles,
Hmm.
but I just want her to give a little more.
I know exactly what you mean. It's kind of like when you perfect a performance in a dance and
Yes.
like you go on stage and yes, you want to do it how you practiced it, but there's
Mm-hmm.
also the extent of like every performance should still feel unique. Like I'm performing
Mm-hmm.
for you. She needed that
Right.
extra. Like it's not
Right.
enough to really do it how you practiced it. You know what I mean?
Right. And I
Yeah.
feel like, and it's easy for me to critique, obviously, because I'm just sitting here, but I feel like it might be a confidence thing a little bit, maybe slightly. Like, I don't know if she's like, oh, I don't want to try and do too much. Like, I just
Mm,
want to hit the move and, kind of do it. But she slightly stood out because she wasn't giving a little too much.
yeah, yeah,
But vocally, there is something there that I didn't even know was there during Girls Planet. So it's
yeah.
such a shame she didn't mic drop. She didn't get to utilize whatever she
Yeah, I was gonna
had.
say if she was in mic drop, we wouldn't have known that she
No.
would sound like this.
And she has a great voice. Like,
Hmm.
that's what I like in girl groups, when you have that one girl that has that husk, that rasp for an
Yeah,
Asian pop idol vocalist.
yeah,
So unique.
yep.
I love it. And Duna and Didi, I mean, they ate.
Oh yeah, Duna was so good. Like, isn't she the one of the members in CSR too?
Oh, is she?
I don't
Oh, she
know.
she ate.
I think she is. Hold on, I need to search it up real quick. Is she in CSR?
The blend of Duna and Didi, and do they have the same hair color?
Yes, Duna is in CSR, and Didi, I think she has like orange hair in this. Duna
It
has
was
not
it
orange
was
hair,
giving
but it's
twin
like a
flames.
brownish. Yeah,
It was
they
giving
were.
twin flames. Twin
I mean,
flames.
yeah, they were really great together too.
It was giving May and Chinese May
Yeah.
vocal edition.
Yeah. And I mean, Rose with their
Also
vocals
was
was
good.
also nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I'm like, man, I would feel if I was a K-pop artist and I go here and I hear all these Thailand artists singing in Korean and doing their thing. I'm like, man, our job security is no, a little shaky here. But yeah, those Rose, Duna, Didi, and
Mhm.
Rinka, like kind of that tail end kind of close out.
Yeah.
That was good. Everyone else, I don't know what they were doing.
Well, they were
They
singing here and there.
Sure,
Yeah. Yeah. It was a
but they
nice
didn't stand
stage.
out.
I just feel like Rinka's voice, I mean, first of all, her styling, because of the blonde hair, she's gonna stand out a little bit more. It
Yep,
was nice. But Duna
yep,
in particular, like her stage presence was just so good that it's just overpowering. So
yep.
it's kind of hard to step up to that when someone is that great.
But Rinka didn't. I feel like she didn't get parts so she could stand out. She was always in the back.
Yeah,
I'm
she
like, man,
was.
with that voice. I mean, honestly, I don't like. It's one of those voices compared to everyone else's where it was well placed where it was used.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
can't be mad because I
Hmm.
don't know if I would want her to sing more.
Hmm.
And I'm like, oh wow. And then it goes to this other thing. And it's like,
Hmm.
oh, because there was so much of the same vocal color, and in hers is so different. It felt very thoughtfully used, like well
Yeah.
placed.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It was good. It was really
Yeah,
nice. Yep.
yeah. I love it.
Yeah. So between the two teams, time travel and one more last time, the winning team was time travel. And I do think that one more last time was a good performance, but it's just that usually in these shows we see that if there is a traditional style group,
It's over.
it's kind of like they're going to win. They're going to win, you know.
And going up against Ming Ming and friends, come on now.
Yeah, it was yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
It's
Yeah.
well, as soon as they said they threw the chiffon away, I was like, it's over. It's
Oh yeah,
done.
when they did that and then they wrapped it and they threw it and then they did all this, I was
I was
like,
like, it's
yeah.
done.
I was like,
It's
oh,
done.
it was too
The moment
clean.
she twirled, I said, yeah,
Yeah.
it's the opening stage. I was like, yeah, it's kind of it.
Yes,
She
yes.
blew the digital sparkle dust. I said, yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, they're winning. They're winning. Like they went first and we already knew whoever they're up against that team is
it's
gonna
I was
win.
like, yeah, it's done.
So.
It doesn't even matter who's the MVP. That team won.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the last two teams, we're finally almost done. But the last two stages, the first one is I'll do it how you like it, and then kickback is last.
Ain't no way in the world this group would ever exist in real life.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
So this stage, I'll Do It How You Like It by PP Crit. The team members are Preem, who was the center, R.Jing, who was the MVP, and then the other members, Krista Shim, Shui Yao, Ma Lia, Mamsu, and Chaba.
Ain't no way in the world there's gonna be five main vocalists in a group.
Yeah, no, definitely not. And to be honest, this is my personal opinion, but I
Yeah.
feel like they were hyping up this song to be like, oh, this is like the song for the vocalist, and this is a vocal group song, you know? I feel like besides Arjing's like ad libs and high notes, and also the one line of harmonizing at the end, I don't see what made this song a song for vocalists. And I think they could have used a few more like
So
performer
all
dancers,
rounders.
yeah, all rounders in
I
that
think
song.
Monsu
Hmm.
understood that and she pulled back. And I
Yeah.
like that she pulled back. She
Yeah.
could have sung her face off, but she's like, all right, I see like three of them girls doing this thing. I'm chill. Like,
Yeah.
I'm all right. And I said that last time when the person that called us out and said, you guys should know who this black singer was. When she did the verses challenge. That she doesn't have to do too much. She's like, I'm just gonna rely on my tone and my stylized singing, and that's gonna be cool.
Hmm.
That's what happens. She's an artist and she understands her craft, and I think that's really
Yeah.
great.
I think it was the same for Chaba. She was similar too. She understood what she can do
But I
and
think she
left
couldn't
it at
help
that.
it. She couldn't help it. She just sung great. Like she has that vocal style, and every time she opened her mouth, it was like, ooh, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
ooh, oh. So, there's some people where you can't help excelling, you know.
Mhm. I
Um,
just I feel like this stage was it's only because they were hyping up the song. I think it's aespa's song Savage, like how they're Ning Ning
yes,
and Winter screaming
yes,
at each other at the end.
yes.
I thought I was
R.Jing
gonna get that.
and Chaba a little bit.
It was a little bit, but I thought I was gonna get more people like screaming at
Oh,
each other, more harmonies, because they
you
hyped
wanted
it up.
that?
Yes, they were like, this is the song for vocalists. This is the vocal song. We're five vocalists. We're all in this song. This song was made for us. And then it was just a regular song. So I'm just like, you guys kind of hyped me up. And it was only Arjing and like a little bit of people here and there, but it wasn't anything crazy where they needed five vocal or five, six, seven,
Krista was
however many.
giving her vocal too, but I'm like, you could have been used somewhere else. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
man, what if she was in the Hearts Around the World? They would have had a fighting chance,
I'm
man.
glad she didn't do that song though, because just because her demo stage was a similar concept to that song.
Oh, you're right.
So
So this
she's in a new
changed.
concept now.
Oh,
Yeah.
but they would have. Jessica could have had a breath. She'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
thank God."
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, just Jessica and Kittie, they had to figure it out, or whoever she was with.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, no,
Yeah.
this is great. It just felt like as I said, like there's no way in the world this group would ever exist in real
Yeah.
life. Like JYP would have been like, why do I need five? I just need two.
I mean, if it did, it would be like Fifth Harmony, where like the four girls are harmonizing together, and then you
And
have
then
Camilla like doing
over
her
there
notes,
doing
you
her like
know?
shooby doo dop dop dop. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very
Yeah.
that. But that's a Western. I'm talking about
Yeah.
Eastern.
Oh no.
No.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we want you who can sing, you're on The Voice,
Yeah.
you could sing, you're on an idol show, and then I
Hmm.
want the model, I want the TV actress, I want
Hmm.
the one from the play, I want the one from the 7-Eleven. Those are the
Hmm.
girls that's going to make this group work. And then you two will sing, and then the 7-Eleven girl will be in the center, and then she'll go on and make movies after. This is how this works. And that group is Wonder Girls. Anyway.
Why I was thinking of the Wonder Girls. I was literally thinking of like Sohee and all them other girls. I was literally thinking about that.
Because that's how that would work.
Yeah. Mm.
So stay with me a little longer. That's it. That's all I got.
I The stage was good. I think it's just that my expectations were higher. I just thought it was going to be a lot of harmonizing and a lot more yelling at me and just
You
more,
know,
more,
in
more.
any East Asian pop group, they don't utilize harmonies as much as they should. There's nine
Yeah.
girls in a group, and I've only heard them harmonize maybe once.
I hate that so much. Like you have all these members and like no one
I feel like
whatever.
Girls' Generation only harmonized in the song "We Are the Showgirls," and I've never
And
heard them do
like
it
some
ever
B
in
tracks
Africa.
here
Yeah,
and there.
I'm like, you guys have 9 voices and y'all not going to do something?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Stay with me a little longer. But I will say that harmony at the end, I was like, oh, Destiny's Child. Where did
Yeah,
that come
I
from?
needed more of that. Like we got like a taste of it, like literally one line at the end, and I thought it was, and then the song ended, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I needed more of that this song. But they were all great. They were all
Yeah.
individually great.
And Mongsu was enjoying her hair extension. She said,
Hmm.
I do
Yeah.
it how you or whatever. I can't sing, sorry y'all, but she did it better than me. But you guys can watch her do it. But I loved it, and I loved the nails that they had. The
Yeah.
every whoever's styling them
Hmm.
really took time to understand how to make them look good. They needed that team for Ruan's team. They needed
Hmm.
the stylist
The
from there
styling. Yeah.
for that because red ears, I mean, no, white ears and red Christmas
Yeah.
didn't match the
Yeah.
song.
Last team, Kickback by Wavy, and the team members were Chao Yi who was the center and the MVP. The other members, Kanompang, Pro, Akina, Ansang, Kaylin, and Shai. Yeah, I like this
Shai would also
performance.
debut instantly if this was a Chinese Chuang or
Hmm.
the Nine or whatever. She would have a great fan base. They wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yep,
She would be in the Nine along with
yep,
TK. And
yes, together.
that's all I gotta say.
This song, I feel like they were kind of lucky because they got
An SM
vocalists
song.
who can, huh?
An SM song.
Well, yes, besides that, but also they got vocalists who can like
Do it.
actually dance and who
Mm-hmm.
also fit this concept. So like all their voices are nice. Like Kaylin, Akina, Shy, and there was one other person, I forgot which one, but like the four of them were like the main singers, and
Yeah.
they sounded good on this song.
I have a question.
Hmm.
Don't no shade. Was Akina sick during the stage?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? She was given this is she seemed like she wasn't able to effortlessly sing this song. It seemed
Yeah,
like it was
like
struggle.
in the I think her first lines were good, but the whatever line she had at the end
Her
sounded
like
more of a struggle
it
to
was that
sing
was the
it.
part where she was supposed to like stand out her like belt. And it
Yeah,
seemed like she struggled the same reason Jessica was struggling. Like this song, it might be out of my range.
yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know her vocal ability because I don't follow Fakey. So I'm wondering, like, I would like, oh, I don't want to be offensive, but I would need to ask you.
So in like Fakey can sing, but I think out of the five members of Fakey from the last lineup, I think she's like out of the five members, she's like the third singer, you know what I mean? So she can
Okay,
sing, but she's not
all
the
rounder.
main vocal. Yeah, she's the all-rounder. She's not the main vocal of
It's
Fakey.
giving me Nicole from Cara. Got it.
Yeah, pretty much. Like if you need her to do the lines, then she'll do it. But she's like Fakey has two other members. One of them who usually sings the higher notes, I think Mikako, and then Lil Fang does the belting in the songs. So
Okay,
that's why Akina
okay,
is like, the third vocalist in my
got it.
opinion. Yeah.
So not Nicole, but kind of like Nicole. Got it.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Got it. Because
Yeah.
they was putting Nicole. They're like, you got that fresh young voice. Go in the middle. Go sing the song, all of it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
got it. All right, understood.
Yeah.
I again, my eyes were on her and Shy, not just because Shy would instantly debut in any Chinese survival show, but because she fit this song. I
Yeah.
mean, her look, her wolf cut, her vocals, even though they weren't live because she stopped moving her mouth and her vocals were still continuing, but loved it. Loved it.
Yep.
Who was the center was good, but
Yeah.
I felt overshadowed by some people.
I think it's because, and the mentors mentioned it too, like they were trying to get her to work on her facial expressions. You know what I mean? Because her
Yeah.
dancing is good and the lines that she had were fine,
Yeah.
but she just needed her facials to be more
Lock
like,
in.
yeah, locked in, exactly. Luckily,
Hmm.
her natural expression matches this song.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she's really lucky that she got this song, to be honest,
Because
because if she was in another song, I could see this being an issue and hurting her, you know?
I think people got placed where they need to get placed.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
That's all I gotta say. But it was good.
Oh yeah, it was really good. Kaylin, so good. She was great. I'm glad that she pulled the dance off well, and she
Mhm.
knows her strengths,
And her
and
weaknesses.
exactly, she understands that. So this was
Right.
just really good. It was a nice
I
stage.
like
Yeah.
this one better than Stay With Me a Little Longer.
Yeah. I will say for Ansung, however you say
Hmm.
her name,
Sure.
um, she I thought she had like a cuter concept, so this was like an interesting switch.
Like a
Maybe I'm
flip.
misremembering her, like mixing her up with someone else, but I swear her
Right.
image was like more cute. But this switch was like good to see. So I'm like, if she makes it far, I'm just interested to see what stages she's going to be choosing in the future.
So far, the contestants haven't been stale.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's been pretty
Exactly.
good. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I can take away something cool from each stage, even if I don't like the song. Like remove the song, in my opinion, of the song from the contestants singing the song, and like give critique based on what they're giving and bringing life to it. Because I don't like Seven Rings, and One Kun Friends gave it. They gave, and I'm
Yeah,
like that group could have debuted right now, and I'd been like, great.
exactly.
But when's the album? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
So I loved
Yep.
it.
But between these two stages, I'll do it how you like it and kickback. Obviously, kickback. They're gonna win. It's
I mean, the guy who made the song, who the guy, one of the vocalists of the song is sitting right there. I mean,
yeah,
so
yeah. So and it's a really
really
popular
popular
song.
song.
So
Yeah.
yep, yeah. But that's all of the stages. Do you
To be
have a
honest,
favorite? Well, your favorite stage, I'm assuming, is Ming Ming and Friends stage.
favorite stage Ming
Yeah.
Ming's songs I'm probably gonna sing throughout this whole thing is Hearts Around the
Yes.
World. And I'm probably gonna reference Stay With Me a little longer for very odd reasons. I feel like I'm just gonna sit here and be like, stay with me a little longer.
Mhm.
I'll do it loud you like. Let me stop. I'll only sing it to myself personally. But Hearts Around the Dang World. I mean, Mind in freaking Madagascar.
Oh yeah.
Eyes on Jupiter.
Yep.
Heart with all of us. I She can rank high. I feel like she might be a dark horse.
I'll let you know because I feel like you're going to say, "Oh, this lady, what happened to her?" And I'm gonna tell you, I'll remember her name for you. I'll remember her
Right.
name for you
Her name is Hearts Around the World.
because I think that happened in Produce Japan. You're like, "What happened to the one who was flipping?" And I was like, "She been got eliminated." What are you talking about? She's been gone. You're like, "Why didn't she flip here? Because she ain't here."
Look, where's the flips?
Yeah, so
At
after the
every stage,
elimination,
I was like, great, where's the flips? I missed her. Oh, she gone. When she leave?
yeah,
Man.
yeah. So I'll try to remember for the elimination episode, just like jog our memory of who is
Yeah.
surviving.
But you
Yeah.
know who I knew where I knew immediately. No, 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 and
Yep.
no, no, yeah, I knew they were gone.
Yeah.
You had to
Yeah.
tell me. I didn't have to watch elimination. Like I know they're gone. They knew they were gone before they
Mhm.
did the song.
Yeah.
He said, I wanna be a man. Change your mind. I'm sorry, it's not a boys planet. But I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
I hope they're doing well. Um, what did you guys think of this episode? It was a lot
Yeah.
of performances.
Yeah.
Did these girls do it how you like it? Let me stop.
Yeah. Oh,
Did
my
they?
favorite stage too, by the
Oh
way,
yes.
is
Go ahead.
well, I like the play with me stage and I like the seven ring stage. But I feel like those
Yes.
are like obvious, like easy picks. So, but it is what it is.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to trample over you. I'm so sorry.
No, you good. I literally just wanted to get it out that I like
Oh,
those stages.
please, please, because I'm gonna be like, what do you guys like? No, but seriously,
Yeah.
final thoughts, Aneesa. What do you think?
I think this is a strong start to the stages.
Yeah.
I'm just like more curious about what are they gonna do when they get down to 35 girls? Like, is it
Oof.
straight to concept challenge, or are we still gonna do the next challenge and then another elimination still?
No,
Like,
it has to go straight to concept. There's this. It doesn't make sense.
yeah, but
Mm.
we'll see. We'll see when we
I'm
get
gonna ask
there.
you a controversial question.
Yeah.
From the trainees thus far, Chuang 2020 or Chuang Asia 2024?
Mm,
Or
if it's just by the trainees,
Mm-hmm.
then I will say 2020
Ooh.
because I think it's just I think Chuang 2020 was my second survival show, so it still
Okay.
felt fresh to me. So I think that's why like every stage was just so iconic to me. Like even the demo stage is like I mean, just even in Girls Planet, when I saw Xiaoting, I was like, whoa, she was the one who got ate up by Lee Junyi. Like I immediately remembered her and she was ranked like 90. Like to me, I feel like that's how iconic Chuang 2020 was. And it was
Mm.
just so different.
Mm.
But if it's like overall, like in general, and I really have to cut Fei Fei out of this because just think about Fei Fei, I'm gonna
No,
also
we're
put
taking
Shang 2020.
excluding Fei
Yeah,
Fei. She's
sorry,
in
we
her
have
own box.
yeah, because that's like that makes it a hard bias. But if it's like overall, I do
Yeah.
feel like I prefer Chuang Asia
Yeah.
just because the song options, like there's so much variety. Like we have
Yeah.
Thai, English, Korean, Japanese, and it's just like random songs, like a twice Japanese B track. Like where did that come from? Out of all the shiny songs you chose hard, like it's just so random. Like we didn't get any Blackpink, but we had the
Right.
opportunity to get Blackpink, but you guys didn't choose that.
Who said that we're still not going to get them?
Yeah, you're right. Let's keep waiting and see. It's just interesting. It's just really
Right.
interesting. And then also like the Thai girls on this show, this it's just like very different personalities. Like they're bringing something new that I mean, we're K-pop fans, so I feel like they're bringing something that we haven't seen before. Similar to how I felt when I was
Mhm.
watching Produce 48 and I was
Yeah.
like, you can't say that these Japanese girls aren't talented. They have a different type of talent. The Thai girls are kind of similar. Like, I don't know, there's something about them. Like, they're all just so interesting. They're
Different.
so
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
I have to say the same. But different because Chuang 2020 was great.
Yeah.
But this is so unique. I mean, I even the Crunchy Girls have something that I could if they were on something else, I'd be like, okay, I'm behind it. Like I see what's going on. It's so entertaining.
Yep.
Like kudos to the casting. I feel like they're getting better and better and better and better.
Yeah.
But that's all I think I have to say. Do you have anything else to say?
No, that's everything. We got through a lot of performances.
Oh my
Like,
gosh, so many
I'm actually
performances.
glad that they showed us everything now, and you have 2 weeks to actually vote for who you want, you
Thank
know?
goodness. I don't think I could sit and then wait and watch. I think this is actually beneficial for the voters to see and vote how they want to. So good
Hmm.
luck to all the girls and congratulations to every single one of the 70 trainees that took the time to like take a chance and fly to Thailand or, they're already from Thailand, take a chance and do this. And they should all be proud that they got to do it because I don't think there's any stage that really, like, objectively was really bad.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, even Hearts Around the World wasn't like, come on. There's some K-pop stages that were terrible.
hmm
This stage wasn't terrible. This was up against another really strong group. That's just kind of
yeah,
what it was.
yep,
Even though they could tighten up their giddy up line, they could have tightened that up. And
yeah.
Hearts Around the World, I just needed to be here. But no, she doesn't need to be here. That's what makes it great. But if she wanted to be better, she needs to be more focused.
She got
But
the votes for MVP. She's doing what is working, apparently.
next podcast, you're gonna see me. But no, seriously, you guys tell us your top nine in the comments. Tell us your favorite performance and your least favorite performance.
Mm.
And let us know who you predict to be in the top nine for the elimination episode. We want to know what's going on outside of us because we're just have our own biases and we like who we like, but we would like to know what's going on. And if there's any Chuang Asia tea, please drop it in the comments because we'd love to read it. But besides that, we're so grateful that we're able to do another podcast. We'll be here not next week, I guess the week after next for the
There's a
elimination.
they're
Or
gonna
is there a
do a but
compilation?
they do like remember when they play the games and we see more personality and stuff? We
Okay,
actually get
okay.
that and can still vote a little
Okay,
bit after
cool.
that. So
Cool.
we can talk about that a little bit,
Okay, great. It's gonna be Manami going to the fancy mall and eating
Yeah,
abalone. No,
exactly.
it wasn't a fancy mall. She went to Diane's
Diane's
mama's
house.
house and was
Yes.
like, I'm going to try the abalone. Took one bite. I am done. The
Yeah.
abalone.
So that
Where
episode probably won't be super long for us when we're filming, but it's
yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Why did why did they go to Diane's mama house? That's so biased.
Because
Anyway,
Diane
it was is she rigged
yes. Yes.
full of love. All right, I'm done.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time in Summer Dream. Summer Dream. Love you to the moon and Telly Time 2.